Oh well, I'm changing the starter on a D400, JD400, 1966 model. We're going to use a 9mm for this one, which is actually a 5/16, but I didn't have one. And then a 14 on the actual starter bolts. 9/16 fits it. 14 was smaller because it's real tight between there and there on the original starter, as far as getting it in there, getting on the head of it. And then 5/8 is going to be for this. So it's got two wires here, one running this way and one for the actual hold down for the battery cable. Just pushing it out of the way. This one here I loosened up already. Unscrew that. And we'll put all our stuff where we won't lose it. Get that one out of the way. And then I had to turn my hand backwards once I got it loose, and then reach in there with my two fingers there and get it unscrewed. It takes a minute to get those out. Of course, I already unscrewed it for 5 minutes. They don't look original because they're stainless. This one's going to be a little more difficult. I got it loose, but I'm going to have to get, so what I also used is a 9/16 like this on a really long extension. Okay, that way I can get it. That's my new starter. It's got a smaller body, which is going to make it easier for these bolts. And I'll use this extension to do that. But you can see how the extension gets in there like this, all the way down, all the way to the bolt right there. Sorry about the shaky video. So we're gonna, bolts way in there. You see it? See it there? Let me free up my hands, put it on pause. Okay, I got it pretty loose. Let me see if I can get you on there. So if you're looking, I got the bolt backed out most of the way. It's with that wrench enough to get the starter loose. So I pulled the starter back. There it is. Now it fell out. There's a washer. We don't want to lose that. Alright. It's a little heavy, but I can get it with this hand. Alright. Old ones, look at it, full of water. Full of water. That is the old starter. Froze up. 1966, see? No slack. It's locked up. I can surely get it rebuilt though. Clean this out. Let's find their bolts. Alright, finally found it. Look how it hides underneath and everything. On the top one, it's just a nut and a washer. On the bottom one, it's a bolt. So, goodness gracious. All right, let me get my hands, clean that up a little bit. The surface. And scraper would be better, but that's what I got. That and a knife. Oh, I got my knife. Let's use that. Anyway, let me get it cleaned up. Alright, I got it out, and so I'm gonna put my screwdriver in the flywheel. Let me see. I'll show you. Alright, you see, it's hard to see. There, see them teeth? So you can put your screwdriver in there and you see them turn a little bit. Yeah, see? So let's get that focus again. We know it's good. The motor's gonna crank, maybe. I haven't cranked this. I picked this tractor up as is. So let's get this new starter on it. Try it out. I got a new switch I'm gonna put on it. So will be another video. But here we go. So grab this guy. I cleaned up the mating surface really good. So the top hole, it just slides right up in there like that. We'll have to hold it in place to get our nut started. Alright, so very difficult. I had to use one finger and slide it around the metal there and then slide it on, and it's barely sitting there, the washer. But for this part, we used a short socket, but this slides in too far. Okay, it'll go in all the way to here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some stick, little debris in there, and that'll, looks like a maple leaf, piece of a maple leaf. And what you do, okay, is we're going to shove that in there. So we're going to fold it up, and that'll give us spacing so that whenever we put the actual nut in there, it won't. Okay, so that compacts, see there? And then what we do, I'm gonna show you. It's hard to do this one hand. Come on. So for the audience, all right. And then we're gonna stick this in there. Okay. So we shove it in. See how it's nice and snug and right at the end? That'll make it easy to get started. And then we're just gonna stick it in there, and we're gonna try to wiggle it until it starts. All right, so let's see. It's a more straighter shot with the wrench there, and we got it started with our hand. Now we're gonna put a wrench on it. You gotta lift the starter and turn. So I was doing it with two hands, it was easy. Because you want to kind of lift the starter so it releases pressure on nut and then screw it in. Let me screw that top one up all the way, with them we'll work on the bottom. So, ratchet. You can see it pulling on up. Pull right up there. That'll make the bottom one easy. Alright, that's snug. We'll tighten it up more here in a little bit. Let's get our bottom bolts in there. Alright, so we're going to stick that in there. We're going to work it from the bottom. Let's do it this way. This hand. Turn it around backwards. And hold your tongue out. At least hold your tongue out. That'll get it where you want it. There you go. So we got it in the hole. In the hole. Alright. Drop this here ratchet off. Get this here started. Yeah, it might start. Alright, that's going to be a bitch. Because it's crooked. So, I'll have to do that with my hands. Got it started. Now I turn the hand over upside down. Screw that in a little bit. Oh, man, it's working. Not exactly easy, but these two, and you're just going like this. It's so hard because you're like upside down. But you have to put pressure on with two hands. I mean, two fingers, because if you just try to turn it with one, it won't turn. You gotta have equal pressure on both sides as you're turning it. Pretty shitty. All right, I got it all the way up. See there? So now we're gonna put a wrench on it and try to get this thing on here. Yeah, it fits. It's a little angled. See how it's a little crooked, but it'll tighten it up. Let me get a wrench on it. Can't do it with holding this. Alright, just so you can see. But put it on there. It's a little crooked, but I used 2 extensions and I was able to tighten it up pretty good using 2 hands. You want to hold one hand here and one hand here and tighten it so it don't move or break, bust your knuckles or slip. But I got it tight there, and I went ahead and tightened the top too. Top up. So let's put our wires on and go get a battery. Fix our ignition switch. Try this dude out. Alright, oh, okay. So we're gonna loosen up. What's going on? Somebody tighten this up and it's not wanting to come off. brand new starter, and tightened it up there. It's brass, so I didn't want to mess it up, you know, so you have to go like kind of easy on it. All right, so let's get that one off. Yeah, smaller. Went with an 8mm for the new starter. That post trying to drop nothing. There we go. I'm gonna put this on here. Like that. This one's gonna go here. Like that. And you know the rest. Put these down. Starter wire. Battery wire. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do with one freaking hand, but hopefully this helps out whoever's working on a tractor. Seems pretty simple, but it's not that easy with how to get to the bolts and change it out, you know. So hope I helped you out. JD400 1966. These starters pretty much on every tractor from and all makes, so they use kind of the same setup. They may have the solenoid on a different location, but same bolt pattern and very similar to other tractors. So thanks for watching. Leave a like or comment, and I can answer questions if I need to. Thank you.